Hi guys! Today we are back reading IceBreaker, a #1 New York Times bestseller by Hannah Grace, Chapter 7. Sorry for the delay. I know I haven't posted in like 30 days, but it's been school and I haven't really known any time to record this because this is kind of weird. But my roommate moved out, so posts should be more consistent. So yeah. Chapter 7, Anastasia. Team building, 2 words, 12 ladders, 2 hours of hell. We are going to be doing some icebreaker activities, Brady announces to the room. She sounds as enthusiastic as I feel. I know she doesn't want to do this because she bitched to me about it on the way here. Coach Faulkner is standing by her side, also looking like he'd rather be somewhere else. David Skinner, who is becoming a pain in my ass, wants to see improvement in the dynamic between our 2 groups. Brady told me Skinner happened to drop it when Ruhi, one of the younger solo skaters, was arguing with one of the hockey guys for interrupting her skate. Skinner got to witness Ruhi's creative use of hockey-based insults. So now we're team building. What a great use of time I could be spending doing anything else. I may as well throw out my planner since nobody seems to give a shit about my routine anymore. Faulkner clears his throat, looking at Brady for guidance. He looks out of place anywhere that isn't an ice rink, and if I wasn't so miserable about being stuck in the awards room again, it'd probably be funny. I'm sure all of you have heard of speed dating, Brady says. My skaters, you're going to each sit at a table. Hockey team, you will move from table to table every 5 minutes. A reminder, this is not real dating. Faulkner bellows, finally saying something. The goal is to get to know each other better. Discuss your aspirations, your hobbies, your dog's name. I don't care, but keep it respectful. Hudges, Hudson, Carter, and Johal. To be clear, I'm specifically talking to you 4. The 4 guys each pretended to be shocked, gaining a laugh from the rest of their teammates. This is a joke, Aaron groans. We're not kids. As much as it pains me to agree with Aaron, I sort of do. He's been on his best behavior for the past 3 weeks, and he's been an absolute dream to be with. He even treated me and Lola to dinner at Aiko, a fancy Japanese restaurant I wouldn't be able to afford otherwise. He seems to have turned things around, and I'm so grateful. I haven't seen Ryan a lot because he's been spending a lot of time with Olivia, but when he does come over, Aaron has been polite. I try to see the positives so Aaron doesn't get grumpy. It might be fun. Some of them are nice. I have the softest spot for Henny Turner, one of the sophomores on the hockey team. I was stressing over my corporate social responsibility essay in the library when he approached me last week. Sporting a worried look, he introduced himself, explaining he was on the team and he had heard what happened. He said he couldn't tell me too much, but he wanted to explain. Then he proceeded to tell me everything about everyone. Henry started explaining that Nathan put an end to the prank traditions the minute he became captain. He promised there was nothing the team, including Nathan, could have done to prevent this disaster. Russ, the impregnator, or not impregnator, as it turns out, has a difficult home life, which he's managed to escape by working exceptionally hard to get a full ride scholarship. Nathan knew that if people found out, Russ might lose his scholarship, and with his parents being unable to cover his tuition, he'd have no choice but to head back to the life he's worked so hard to get away from. Nathan didn't even trust his own team with the information. That's how protective of Russ he is. Despite his indiscretions, Henry wanted me to know that Russ isn't some cocky trust fund kid. He's quiet, and he tries to keep out of trouble, and Henry can relate to that because he's the same. He didn't make any friends freshman year, even though he's from Maple Hills. College was overwhelming for him. He hated the dorms, but without friends to live with, he was going to have to stay on or move home. Nathan offered him a room in their house, even though a sophomore living with seniors is unheard of on their team. That was his bias of telling me how much of a good guy his captain is, and while I'm mad now, I should try to give him a chance. After telling me the gossip, all of the team members, I don't know yet. He finished off his speech by telling me I was the most beautiful figure skater he'd ever seen. He quickly followed me by clarifying he meant my performance, not my appearance, and when I'm not landing on my ass or looking like a baby giraffe, my performance is exceptional. And if I wasn't enamored with him enough, he bought me a coffee and helped me steady. Brady claps her hands to get us moving along, all moving. I take a seat on the other side of the room from Aaron. He might be being friendly at the moment, but it doesn't mean I want to have him listen in on my conversations. I could do 5-minute conversations, right? That's only 2.5 minutes each. I can talk to myself for that long. It's going to be fine. I think. My first date takes a seat in front of me, immediately making me feel relaxed with a hug smile. His buzz cut is bleach blonde. The golden brown skin of his arms covered his intricate black tattoos, which I can see because the second he sat down, he rolled up his sleeves and winked at me. His jawline is covered in short stubble, and he has a small silver nose ring. He looks like the type of guy you could get into heaps of trouble with, but in a good way. He holds out his hand for me to shake, which oddly feels formal. Jade and Joel, but you can call me JJ. Oh, so this is JJ, okay. This feels awkward, but I go for it anyways. Anastasia Allen. Stacy's fine too. Oh, I'm more than aware of who you are. I make it my mission to know any woman who puts Nate Hawkins in its place. I'm a big fan. I'm blushing. Great. Thanks. I think. Tell me about yourself. We've got 5 minutes somehow. This room is filled with the sound of people chatting, which is a positive sign. JJ stretches out his legs, getting comfortable in a seat. I'm 21. I'm a Scorpio sun, moon, and rising. I'm from Nebraska, if you've ever been to Nebraska, you'll know there's nothing to fucking do. He rubs his palm against his face, pausing to think what to say next. I play defense. I'm going to the San Jose Marlins when I graduate. I hate pickles. Faulkner said we aren't allowed to talk about sexual stuff, so I don't know what else to say. Really? Okay. Looking at the clock on my phone, we covered 90 seconds. I'm 21. I'm from Seattle. I'm an only child. I work at Simone's rink. I've been figure skating since I was a kid, always pair skating, and I've been skating with Aaron since freshman year. I shifted my seat uncomfortably, wishing JJ were still talking about himself. Our goal is Team USA. We want to be on the next Olympics. Why is this so hard? I study business. You want to know my big three? He nods enthusiastically. Obviously, Virgo, Sun, and Rising. Cancer, Moon. He hisses and shakes his head immediately. What? Cancer, Moon, red flag. From the triple Scorpio? Jin holds his hands defensively, widening his hazel eyes. I'll have to know we are incredibly misunderstood. Looking at the clock again, we've only got 1 minute left. 60 seconds. Anything else? He rubs his hands together in a way that makes me worried about what he's going to ask. Would you rather have a fish head but your body? Would you rather have your head but a fish body? At least 30 seconds were to pass where I stare at him, unable to formulate a response. He taps at the watch on his wrist. Tick-tock, Stacy, time's almost up. I don't know. 9, 10, 9, 8, 7. Fish head with my body, I think. God, that's disgusting to visualize. Great choice, he praises, looking satisfied with my answer. Brady blows her whistle, indicating for everyone to switch. He winks at me again, and I'm definitely blushing. I hope to see more of you soon. Time flies as each guy sits at my table before moving on. 3 freshmen asked for my number. A guy called Bobby spent our 5 minutes talking about a girl instead of himself. And when a guy named Maddie realized we shared class, he spent 5 minutes asking me to explain our latest assignment and writing the answers on his phone. Robbie approaches my table, and when the whistle blows, it's nice to see someone I know. Anastasia, Robbie, fancy meeting you here. Lola and Robbie might be a thing, I'm sure. She's not even sure. The second she found out we'd be team building together, I was given a strict instruction to find out. How are you? I'm good. I'm hoping you're going to spend the next 4 minutes, and he looks at his watch, 28 seconds, talking to me about your roommate. She's going to lose her mind when I get home. It's the easiest 4 minutes of my life. Love is an open book. What you see is what you get. Talking about her roommate to someone else is easy because she likes everything, and she's the most lovable and supportive friend ever. I'm not ashamed to say Joe and Chris are very funny and had me slapping my hand over my mouth to stop laughing, which is so annoying because I had no intention of adding other hockey players to my approved list. It was going to be Henry forever, Henry only forever. 10 minutes of laughing and well times because I'm in a good mood and when Russ sits at my table. It feels pointless describing hockey players at this point because the only word that ever comes to mind is big. Russ is no different, but the only thing that sets him apart from his friends is his baby face. Unlike the rest of his team, there's no stubble in sight. His eyes are big and soft, like a puppy. I've never noticed that before, but I've also never seen him up close. He looks nervous as hell too, and I think back to what Henry told me about him being a quiet guy. I'm Stacy, Russ right? He nods, the tips of his ears reddening. Yeah, it's nice to meet you. Do you want to talk about yourself or something? I don't know anything interesting to tell you. Oh, Russ, why did you have to be like a timid animal when I want to be mad at you? I launch into the same spiel I've given to every other guy. He asks follow-up questions that keep me talking, and by the time the whistle blows, he's moving on. I still don't know anything about him. It was nice to meet you, he says gently and leaves. The activity is nearly over, and I'm incredibly annoyed that it's sort of had the desired effect. It's hard to begrudge letting the guys share the rink after you've heard all of their aspirations and motivations. I mean, it's hard, it's not impossible. Though, through the process of elimination, I know I've only got 2 people left. My social battery is wavering, but I try to push through because I know it's worth it when Henry drops himself into the seat in front of me. This is unnecessary, isn't it? He mutters, placing his elbows onto the table for the rest of his hands. Why do I need to know what someone else's childhood pet is called or when their birthday is? The only person who cares about this information is a hacker, and I don't even like computers. I'm in shock. During a few one-on-one encounters we've had, Henry was calm and so laid back he was practically horizontal. It appears Skinner has found the thing that gets under his skin. Forced socialization. Please don't tell me about your pets, Anastasia, he begs, brushing his hand over his short, auburn curls, sighing heavily. I don't have the energy to pretend to care. You want to sit in silence? You only have one more person after me. You can have a little pre-finale break. That's a good idea, thanks. Henry shuts his eyes, and I have no choice but to just watch him have a micro nap. I feel like a creep, but equally, what else am I supposed to do? He could go into modeling if hockey doesn't work out for him. Perfectly symmetrical face, smooth, glowy brown skin. The most defined cheekbones I've ever seen on a man. He's beautiful. I can feel you staring at me. Can you stop? I'm glad he keeps his eyes closed, but the way he can't see the very aggressive shade of red my face turns. Brady's whistle blows, and Harry struts off with a glance in my direction. There's only one person I haven't faced yet. Oh my gosh, is it Nathan? And it's the one person I've been dreading. He takes forever, or what feels like forever, at least, to take a seat. He is in the Maple Hills Titans t-shirt and gray sweatpants. I hate myself for being a woman swayed by a man in gray sweatpants. Shit. No, there will be no swaying. Hi, he says cheerfully. I'm Nathan Hawkins. You're playing it like that, are you? He ignores my question and quirks an eyebrow. Are you? Nathan, what are you doing? I ask, folding my arms and leaning back in my seat. He mirrors me, folding his arms to an outsider. We probably look like the least approachable table. To be fair, we might be. We're starting over. Everyone loves a fresh start, right? Let's have one. You can't stay mad forever. I was planning to stay mad longer than forever, so I feel like you're massively underestimating me. He starts laughing, and I don't know what to do with myself because my face is fighting to smile. Damn it. Your commitment to the cause is admirable, Alan, he teases. I already know you're a figure skater, you're studying business, and you're from Seattle. I found you to be terrifying, but you can also be sweet. My eyebrow immediately shoots up, confused, so he clarifies. To Henry, not to me. Henry has been nice to me. His face sinks a little, charming facade slipping. I want to be nice to you. Look, I'm sorry I lied to you. My hands were tied, and I had to put Russ first. I honestly do want to be your friend, Anastasia. I know, I get it. You don't know me. You can't trust me or whatever. And that's fine. I understand that. But I tried to share how I was feeling so you could see my side. You immediately brush it off as an overreaction. I feel naive sharing this, but I've had enough therapy in my life to know I should try to communicate my feelings. Well, when I'm not being petty. People keep telling me that Nathan is a good guy, so I'm giving him the opportunity to be one. I can see why that would make you want to stay away from me. His hand sinks into his hair, tugging what looks like annoyance at himself. I'm sorry. It's not okay that I did that. Can we start again? Brady's whistle blows for the final time, but he doesn't move. He waits for me to answer, his brown eyes practically staring into my freaking soul. "You're on probation," I sigh. Heat creeps back to my cheeks when he gives me the brightest smile. "I'm gonna nail it. You better." Shit. Okay, that was the end of Chapter 7 of IceBreaker. I will try to post more consistently since I now have the time to do so. And make sure to subscribe to get notified when I post further chapters. And if you want to see the original chapters that came before this, just check out my page. Okay, bye.